Hi friends! So I know that this is a little bit of a delayed video. I've been talking about it nonstop and saying it will come soon, but we are finally at my CozyCon trip video. And in this video, you will see that we are not only going to show footage of the CozyCon trip itself, but I'm also going to go and show you the haul portion at the end of the video. Because when I asked you all a poll question, I don't even know, like a few weeks back, you all went and voted that you would like to see both of them in one video. So I'd like you all to go and get cozy, get your favorite beverage, whether or not that's cocoa, a nice cup of tea, or maybe it's toasty where you're at and you'd prefer lemonade. Whatever you'd like to have, go and get nice and cozy, get a blanket or whatnot, and settle in because this is going to be very chunky video. Just with a little bit of context, my friends and I had this trip planned out for quite some time. We all met through Twitch, and one of the common factors that helped link us all together was my dear friend Wade, and she does stream on Twitch but also has a YouTube channel as well, so I'll include all her information down below. But my dear friend Wade was the one that connected all of us lovely friends together, and before we planned this trip out, we had been planning game nights and all these things. We currently have a Divinity Original Sin 2 playthrough on Twitch, and then we also play a bunch of other games, and it has been so nice. I basically found this group of friends before I got into my relationship with Charles. And just a little backstory, I met them all when I was going through a very difficult relationship. So there's a lot of lore, I guess you could say, and a lot of things that led me into this really wonderful group of friends. And I have been one of Wade's mods in her channel for I don't even know how long now. It seems like forever, but just some context, 41 months I have subscribed to her channel. So just a little bit of context for how long I've known her and considered her a friend of mine. But yeah, so we had this trip planned out and we ended up going and voting on the location that we would like to go and meet at. And after different votes and everything, we decided to go and meet in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I know that seems a little bit random, like why Tennessee? And it just happened to be a location that was kind of the central area between all of us because everyone was traveling from different points of the US and also traveling from overseas. Yeah, it was very fun. None of us had met each other in person, TwitchCon and stuff like that, but with us, we kind of find ourselves to be like cozy gamers, maybe sometimes chaotic. So it just kind of became CozyCon. That was the name that we dubbed it. And so we all decided on where we were gonna meet, and then we figured out the dates. We had this planned, I believe, for over a year. And then we would get together every now and then to go and piece together, all right, what restaurants should we go to? What events, if anything? Is there anything that we'd like to go and see, like a show or a park or anything like that? And we had a few people that did have some sensitivities in the group. So it was very important for us to look through everything we were planning on eating and ensuring that there was something for everyone's diet that would work. The trip itself was around 20 hours for us to drive. Charles and I are not fans of going and flying. I have a lower immune system, and especially since getting COVID and getting asthma as a symptom, I'm even more worried that I'm more immunocompromised than I was before. So since I always would get sick anytime I flew on a plane, I was very much down to go and do a road trip, and Charles hasn't had the best experiences flying either. So we were like, you know what, let's drive. We're used to doing road trips, we have fun with them, so let's go and drive. So 20-hour drive that truthfully felt a lot longer just because of all the excitement to finally get to see my friends in person and hug them all. But everyone was just as lovely as they are online, and like I said, I count them all as some of my closest friends, especially Wade and Ace. Ace is one of my tiny but mighty friends. It was so great. So I'll insert a little intro that you can get to see who's who, and I hope you enjoy all the footage from our trip, seeing the noms that we had and just all the random fun moments. Yeah, I love you all, and I'll talk to you shortly.
excited about having Nugget gone either. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be with my mother and Bailey, her dog. Those two get along amazingly. They'll be okay. She's gonna have fun. My mom's gonna spoil her. Odds are, I'm gonna tell my mom, if you wanna get her a puppy pizza, go for it.
I don't think she's done that for Bailey yet, though. I don't think she has.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if she has, on how much she spoiled Tenchi.
Oh,
Oh, baby girl. Hi, Nuggie.
oh my god, I'm gonna miss her.
Hi, baby. We'll see her in a week.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna start crying.
I know you will.
Yeah, of course. Gotta be safe.
Made it. If anyone finds this video, we didn't make it. Please let everyone know that I'll miss them dearly. Okay, thank you.
That's a lot of time. Charles, can you do that in the time to beat our Iron Chef today?
What's the time?
You know, we do not have that clock. We haven't thought about that. Studio budgets unfortunately did not cover our clock. So,
Then I feel pretty confident.
sounds great. We can't wait. All right, back to you in the studios. We'll be back at this commercial break.
Break it down now.
Break it down now, y'all. Hello.
Hello.
We're at Downtown Flavor Town.
Downtown Flavor Town.
Granted, that doesn't really work because it's Guy Fieri, so
Yeah, that's fair.
that voice doesn't work.
No.
But Downtown Flavor Town, I'm excited.
Yeah, and we're indoors, so that will be fun.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be in the triple digits in Tennessee today,
Heck no.
and I don't do wheat.
Neither do I.
I don't like it.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
You can also do a video of that. Yeah.
chicken, beef. And the local girls thought you were quite the charmer. And I
that the ladies love a man in armor. Bonjour. Hey, how is your wife? I need 6 eggs. That's too expensive. Oh, no. Finished already? Not since yesterday. That one? You're right twice. If you like it all that much, it's yours. I insist.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, Bailey. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Baby. Hi, Baby. Oh, my goodness. Little baby. Oh, my goodness. Hi, baby. Yes, hi. Hi, Bailey. Hi, pumpkin. Oh, okay, let's go inside.
So, as the votes basically unanimously decided what we're going to be doing with my trip video, as you can tell, this video has been a combination of both the vlog trip portion and all the fun things that we did at CozyCon with our friends from Twitch, and then also we're going to be including a haul. So we're now at the portion where I'm going to show you all the things that I got during our trip, and it definitely is a lot. I kind of went into this portion of the trip thinking that we would for sure probably be breaking our book buying ban. To what extent, I was not sure. I kind of went into the trip thinking, okay, there's a few books that I really would like to pick up because we're in Tennessee, so I should probably get like a cowboy romance, right? And so I had only planned on getting one book. However, I got other books. But we're kind of gonna go through this haul in the order that I got things on our trip to hopefully remember like the way that events took place and what we did on each day. So I hope you're all excited and get to see what all fun things we got. So I'm gonna start with this small little bag here. We stopped at a little gift shop in Gatlinburg. So Gatlinburg basically was like the Tennessee version of Las Vegas's Strip. And so there were all sorts of different things. There were some escape rooms, there was like a puzzle place. I can't even remember some of the things that we saw because they just took me so off guard. But yeah, we stopped in a few different gift shops, and one thing that I'm starting to do, and maybe that is kind of fully calling me out on my age because I am 28, but one thing that I've started doing is certain locations that we go to, I like kind of picking up magnets to kind of say like, hey, we were in this state or we were in this city. So this one is this really cute bear magnet that's at Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I really thought it was very cute. I loved just like the pictures on it, and yeah, so I got a magnet. How 28-year-old of me. And then something I kind of decided, since I got my book journal before we went on the trip, I kind of decided that with my book journal, I kind of want to do little memory moments throughout some of the pages as well. I can't quite remember whose video I saw it on. It might have been Cass's, but I saw that throughout her book journal she also had like little journal portions of trips that she went on, and I just thought that would be a really cute idea. So throughout the trip, if I found cute stickers and stuff like that, I decided I would pick them up as well. So with this one, it says, "I'm done adulting, let's be fairies." And I thought this was so hecking precious and just very accurate, especially with some of the fantasy books I've been reading lately. You know, sometimes you read a really good fantasy book and you're like, I would like to live in that world, especially not in the US world that we're currently living in. That is a dumpster fire. Sorry, not sorry, especially with the news that got released today. But anyway, this is not a political video, but yeah, I thought this sticker was very cute and would work perfectly in my book journal. And then, I don't have it up here, but we did do a lot of different cider tastings, moonshine tastings, possibly whiskey. We tried a lot of different alcohol on the strip, and you know, of course, drink responsibly. We did a lot of walking, but we also did drink a lot of water and everything. Tennessee is so humid, and it definitely made me have a greater appreciation for the dry heat we get here in Colorado. So yeah, we did a lot of cider tasting, and I'll insert like some clips or pictures over here because a lot of ours has either been opened or put in the fridge, or it's all downstairs, and I did not want to lug it upstairs into my office. But we did get a bunch of different types, and some of them we've actually been putting in our hot cocoa. One of them I think is like a chocolate almond or cherry chocolate almond, and then the other one is a white mocha, and both are phenomenal in hot chocolate at the end of the day. So yeah, very excited about those. They're just delicious. So yeah, if you ever go to Gatlinburg, I highly recommend doing some of the different sample tastings if you'd like. I think some of them you just would like pay $4 and they would give you like 8 different thimble-sized cups to go and try each one of their popular flavors. And we did have one friend in the group that didn't drink at all, and she just kind of hung around with us and was just a great trooper. I felt really bad because she was the one non-drinker out of the rest of us and was just kind of hanging around, but she had a great time as well. So we actually had one last store that we stopped at, which was where I picked up some books. We had a reservation at a brewery, and because of that we were kind of on a bit of a time crunch because we needed to go and retrace our steps, pick up any of the alcohol that we had purchased when we were doing tastings, put those in the car so we could head back to the brewery. And so the last store that we went to is actually kind of my biggest no, never mind. It wasn't one of my biggest purchases. It was my first book purchase on the trip, and they were actually some blind books. I think that's what they're called anyway. So I have actually never done this whole thing. I'm very much the type of person that buys a book based on the cover. I'm obsessed with pretty covers. You've probably gotten a little bit of an idea of this looking at some of my past videos. So I was like, I don't know, should I pick these up? But it was a really cute gift shop. It had like very witchy things, lots of moons, and stuff that's very much right up my alley. If you can't tell, like I have some little witchy moon stuff. This was actually at the Ren Fair. I forgot to do a haul on that, but that's besides the point. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna pick up some of these. And I couldn't just pick up one. And so we're actually gonna see what these books are, because as you can tell, I have not opened them and it has driven me crazy. So first one is young adult romance, and it says a story about a 16-year-old girl with mermaid hair, which is very exciting. It's a cute little tulip and some flower stamps there. I think it also has a few fun things within the book, so we'll get to see what is packaged with it as well. I'm very nervous because, like I said, I've never done these before. I've always thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know if I can commit. So it came with a sticker and it says introverted but willing to discuss books. That is very much me. Ooh, and we have a packet of tea. So this one is Perfect Peach, which is actually really funny because my friend Wade, who was on the trip with us, she loves peaches or anything with peaches in it. So if I would have noticed this during the trip, I might have given it to her just because it reminds me of her. But since we're no longer on the trip together, I will have a cup of tea with this and just think of her. So shout out to you, Wade. Okay, back to unwrapping the book. I'm so nervous. Oh, and it has a little bookmark. Flowers and nice little writing on it. It's very cute. I'll have to use this for a book. Interesting. Okay. Not what I had thought. So this one is Royals by Rachel Hawkins, and it says he's no prince, but he sure is charming. A story about a 16-year-old girl with mermaid hair. So I wonder if that doesn't mean she's a mermaid, but she just has like long mermaid-like hair. So it says exclusive, Daisy Winters dumped me for a royal upgrade. Seems like Eleanor Winters is not the only member of her family with royal ambitions. According to our exclusive interview with Michael Dorset, Daisy's most recent boyfriend, now that Daisy's sister Eleanor is not just Prince Alexander's girlfriend, but his fiancée. Daisy has seen her own prospects skyrocket. You know, I'm not I'm not quite sure on this one. And it looks like some of these books, so this one used to be from a library and it was discarded, but it's actually in really good condition. But okay, so this is where they get the mermaid piece. So it says meet Daisy Winters. She's an offbeat 16-year-old Floridian with mermaid red hair, a part-time job at a bootleg Walmart, and a perfect older sister who's engaged to the Crown Prince of Scotland. Daisy has no desire to live in the spotlight, but relentless tabloid attention forces her to join Ellie at the relative seclusion of the castle across the pond. Okay, so she's not actually a mermaid, she just has mermaid hair. So, and this is why I don't usually do blind dates with a book. I'm not quite sure if this book is really gonna be up my alley, And so we shall see. We shall see if I do end up picking this up anytime soon. But yeah, when I had originally picked up that based off of the description, I thought that it meant it was like a mermaidy or siren book. It was just a describing feature over one of the main characters. So I'm a little bit bummed with this one. All right, so then the next one, let's hope that this one is a little bit more up my alley. So it says a Western mystery, has horses, and it's a ranch in Texas. So this one was kind of a gamble for me. I was like, there's one book that I really want to get during my trip to Tennessee. And I was like, do I want to make a gamble and pick up this? Or do I want to get it at an actual bookstore where I know I'm getting the book? So this one was a gamble, but I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. So we'll see if I'm actually correct on my guess with this one. I'm a little bit nervous because, you know, that first one was kind of a pass. Oh, and we have another peach tea. Now I'm sad. I could have given one to Wade. And then, oh, this sticker. The sticker's really cute. So it's a stack of books and it has Emma, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, and Persuasion. I like the colors on that one. Okay, and then we got another bookmark that has a rose this time. I do really like the bookmarks. All right, so this one is called The Clincher, a Horseshoer Mystery by Lisa Preston. It says, Rainy Dale, an engaging character with a unique voice who can shoe horses like nobody's business. All right. And I think this was maybe another library one, potentially. But it's in good condition, so practically like new. It says, the first in a spirited new series featuring a fresh voice on the Western mystery scene. Clinching is the technique used to bend a driven horseshoe nail to hold the shoe to a hoof. I can't read. Rainy Dale is the clincher, a 20-something high school dropout turned farrier, horseshoer, who is haunted by a secret in her past. Estranged from her California D-list actress mama and her ranch hand Texas daddy, she tracked down her childhood horse. I can't read. She tracked down her childhood horse in small-town Oregon, a land full of cowboys and their horses, then stayed to build a life with her tools, steel, and forge. She's sleeping in a garage and trying not to fall for her landlord, the hapless and hopeful chief guy, who is determined to create the perfect souffle while Rainy would prefer to just stuff her mouth with fuel for her physically demanding job. As the new kid in town, Rainy has an uphill battle to prove herself, but when one of her clients turns up dead, Rainy is in over her head as both a suspect and a seeker of the truth. Okay, so The Clincher is the first in a series of horseshoer mysteries, featuring the irrepressible, irreverent, and irresistible Rainy Dale and her lovable and unlikely sidekick, her culinary-inclined boyfriend, Guy. Interesting. So I've never heard of this one. I've never heard of this one. I feel like I might have seen this one at some point, like walking through a bookstore, but like I said, this isn't really my style or something I'd be interested in picking up. This one is a little bit more up my alley. I was a horse girl growing up and I do enjoy mysteries, so I feel like I'm more inclined to read this book versus this one. So we'll definitely see how that goes, but the horse book was definitely not the one that I had in mind that I might be picking up. That same day, we ended up going up to Anakeesta, and one of the things that we picked up there was this really cute shirt. So when we went on our trip, I was very much missing our dog Nugget, and just kind of feeling very sad and missing her. She's on the floor down here and just looks sad right now. But we found this really cute shirt, and unfortunately they didn't have one in my size, so we ended up getting the only size they had, which means that this shirt will more than likely end up as like a bedtime pajama shirt. But it has this really cute dog on it, and it says, just a girl who loves her dog. Simply Southern. It was so cute. Like this clothing store was absolutely adorable. They had a lot of really cute things, but things were kind of out of my price range and not really in my size. But Charles did go and snag this for me because it kind of looked like Nugget in a way. So yeah. And then it just has this cute little image on the front But yeah, very excited over this. And I think that was the last purchase we technically did when we were at Anakista on our first day of the trip. So put that there. And then second day of the trip, I'm trying to remember exactly what we did. You will of course have already seen this because the vlog portion of this video is at the beginning. But I think the second day we ended up going to a bookstore and a shopping mall. And then we went to Hatfield and McCoy. So, keyword, bookstore. We were kind of looking around at what bookstores were in the area, and there were two that I saw that were kind of in the areas we were going to. One of them was in Gatlinburg, and then the other one was in Pigeon Forge. And Books A Million was one of the main ones that we saw, and it happened to be on the route that we were going to be driving that day. So I did get a lot of books. They actually had a sale going on, and so I did get more books than expected. But perk there, and the guy that was working there, he had great salesmanship because he found out Charles was a teacher and they had teacher discounts, and apparently those discounts can be applied to online orders. So there might be a chance that I order more books from Books A Million in the future, especially with the fact we can get a discount from them. So yeah, with that being said, let me go through the books that we got. So Charles actually got a couple of books while we were there on our trip. And like I said, they did have some sales going on, but unfortunately the sales didn't apply to every book in there. It was only like certain shelves or certain tables. But Charles decided he was going to look for the next couple of books in the Freyren series, and so he got the second and the third book there. I still have to read the first book, but now we have the next couple, so I'm very excited. And yeah. There are those books. He only got a couple books during the trip compared to me. Go through the first big bag. Also, I'm excited that I finally get to go through all these because they've been sitting on my floor since we got back from our trip, and I've been wanting to put them away. So first up is Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, and I picked up this one because it was, I think, just like under $6. As you saw from my most recent video, I have a little collection of Phantom of the Opera books, or books that are inspired by Phantom of the Opera, and I just really loved the cover of this one. It reminded me of the scene where the Phantom comes through the mirror and brings Christine down underground, and they have one of the most beautiful duets in the movie. And yeah, so I really wanted this cover, and since it wasn't too much, I figured why not pick it up, add it to my collection. And then this was the one book, and one of the only books that I had planned on picking up during our trip to Tennessee, and that is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. Now, we know I've said that I'm not into romances. I'm not really a romance girly, but I'm starting to find that there are certain tropes that don't bother me as much, and especially if there's not too much spice, I will go and read the book. I heard really good things about this book from Jan Agaton and also from Cass, and I do really love small town romances. I am from a small town myself, so it's just a little bit nostalgic in a way, and just like brings back that hopeless romantic I was growing up. And because I heard such good things about this book, I was like, I'm gonna add it to my list and I'm gonna pick it up when we go to Tennessee. So I was able to find it, and a bunch of other books. But yeah, this will probably be on a TBR in the next coming months, so we shall see. And then I was so excited to find this one. So this is Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This was actually a book I read back in college, and I absolutely loved it, but unfortunately because I read it in college, it was one of those books that I didn't retain as much as I would have loved to, and I really wanted to read it. Again. Satis Fiction Box, the one that I actually got my copy of Dragonfruit from, they actually did have a really amazing sprayed copy of this book, but unfortunately at the time I wasn't able to snag it and it was gone way too soon, so I thought there was no chance for me to go and get it. However, when I was walking around Books A Million, I saw that they had this cover. Now, it doesn't have the sprayed edges like the version I had my eyes on, but it's still a gorgeous copy, and I can't wait to reread this book. And then I have The Z Word by Lindsay King Miller. It says, The first Pride was a riot, the last Pride is a bloodbath. And the reason why I got this one was because I heard it was like a zombie apocalypse type of book, but it also had LGBTQ plus representation in it. And I actually didn't realize how thin of a book it was. But yeah, I was very excited that I got the chance to pick this up because we know how much I love zombies. So hopefully this is an enjoyable read. And I might read this a little bit more in the fall time. Maybe do like an apocalypse themed read for that month. We'll see. And then the next one is Savor It by Tara DeWitt. And this one was actually one that I kind of had on my radar. I saw it originally on the Barnes & Noble upcoming releases list, and I loved the way the cover looked for this book. It is also a romance, but it is a small town romance. And like I said, I am finding some romance tropes that I actually am more likely to enjoy. One of them being small town romance. It's definitely at the top of the list. And then I want to say friends to lovers, but that might be the wrong one. But there are certain romance tropes that I do really enjoy reading. And so because of it, I decided this was definitely one I wanted to pick up. And Charles actually helped me find it because one of my biggest pet peeves with Books A Million is that their books are always unorganized. And Charles was like, no, they sort them by author names. Not all the time, and sometimes like their books are always in different shelves in different places. So he helped me find this one, which I was very thankful for because, like I said, I love the colors on the cover. It's just so pretty, and yeah, I can't wait to read this one. I can't believe I'm saying that. Like, girl that likes thrillers is suddenly finding that she likes certain romance books, but also if they're like fade to black. I really do prefer the fade to black. I just don't want to hear about all the spice, you know? And then last one in that bag is actually the Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. And this one has been one that I've heard so many people mention, and I've had it on my radar for a while, but I wasn't quite sure what version of the book I did want to pick up because I've seen different special editions, all that type of stuff, and we know that I have a problem with pretty covers. But I saw that this one was on one of the tables that did have a sale, and because it was a buy one get one 50% off, I decided now was the time to go and pick it up so I could finally read it. Then we have my last bunch of books from Books A Million. The guy was really nice and he's like, I'm gonna split this into 2 separate bags for you so that you're able to carry them. The other one that I picked up that was a part of the buy one get one 50% was Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. This was another one that I have been trying my hardest to get a hold of. There were a few times that I got so close to picking it up on Book Outlet, but then it would end up disappearing because someone else got to it before me. So I finally decided this was my chance to pick up the book. I had no excuses because there was a way I could sort of get it on a sale, so I did. So yeah, we will probably be reading this in the upcoming months as well, and I'm very excited. I don't know if I've actually ever read a book by Brandon Sanderson, so we will see how it goes because I know he's a very well loved author and a lot of people did really love this book. I got Forest Fall by Linda Clipstone, and I actually didn't realize that this was a part of a duology. The first one is Lake's Edge, which is another book that I've had on my list from Book Outlet, but of course is always gone. But I'll insert a picture of the book here. And the reason why I got this one was not only because the cover is gorgeous. Try to get it away so my light isn't, you know, messing up the cover. But not only is the cover gorgeous, but also at the back of Books A Million was actually where they had all their sale books. And so this one was $6.97. And I was so mad because like I was looking through all the other shelves and kind of wondering, all right, where are a lot of their sale books? And of course, when we're getting ready to leave the store and check out, that's when we find a lot of the books that they had for sale. I was able to snag the second book in the series, and hopefully I can get the first one so I can read it because like I said, the cover just so pretty. And then next one I got was It Waits in the Forest by Sarah Das, and this was another one that I had on my list when I saw it on Barnes & Noble for upcoming releases. We all know I love Poison Ivy, and as soon as I saw this cover, it was just screaming Poison Ivy to me and giving off those vibes. So yeah, I was very happy that I was able to get a get a copy of this because the book had just come out, I think a few weeks before our trip. So yeah, I can't wait to read this soon. Honestly, I can't really remember what this one is about. Apparently it's called The Warden, and it is by Danielle M. Ford. We're gonna need a moment because I can't remember what this one is about. You know, I can't quite remember why I picked up this book. I remembered that there was like one that I picked up that was kind of like zombie-esque or like end of the world type of thing. So I'm wondering if that's what this book is. It says, for fans who have always wanted their Twin Peaks to have some wizards, The Warden is a non-stop action-adventure story from author Danielle M. Ford. It says, there was a plan, she had the money, the connections, even the brains. It was simple, become one of the only female necromancers, pass as many certifications as she could, get a post near the capital, then profit. The funny thing about plans is that they are seldom under your control. Yeah, my brain's kind of drawing a blank. I mean, it sounds really interesting. I'm just like, was this a book that Charles was interested in and I purchased it for him? I can't quite remember, but yeah, we now have this book as well. Yeah, so that basically ends the whole book buying portion of the haul. We're going to go to Flavortown and kind of play some arcade games and everything. It's Guy Fieri's restaurant place, and it was actually really cool. So we had a lot of fun there, and as you can tell from the clips earlier, we had a blast. But when it came to us going and finding certain items to get with our tickets, we kind of hit a bit of a roadblock because some of the stuff, it's like, okay, there's some candy, but these candy boxes are maybe, you know, like 900 tickets, and it's like I could go and buy those from the store, and it just felt like it would be a lot cheaper to do that versus spending our tickets on them. So one of the things I actually ended up getting was this dog LED light. I was like, sure, this seems really cute, and apparently it transitions to different colors as shown here. So yeah, I got a little dog LED light with my tickets, and then Charles got a few other items. One of them being like a little squish ball type of thing that him and his friend Nick, Wade's husband, ended up going and getting as well. And there were never-ending jokes regarding that. Last day of our trip, we actually went to Pigeon Forge, and we were only able to go to a couple of places before we went to have food, and then we had to go to the escape room. And so one of the places that we stopped at, I didn't actually think I was going to pick anything up from. It had a lot of really cool, fun, like niche items, but something that I got there I was very excited about. And it was actually this Pride Harley Quinn, which is so cool. So some of you might have seen this before, but I have a Pride version of Poison Ivy because Poison Ivy is one of my favorite like characters in Gotham villains. I do like Harley Quinn as well, especially with her backstory and everything. But when I've tried to look at Funko Pops for her, I've never actually seen like the Pride version for her. And I was like, now I can have both of them, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I kind of complete my little collection. They also had Umbreon there for the evolutions, but I was like, I kind of want this one a little bit more. Oh, and I got this mixed up as well. So the same day that we went to Flavortown, there were a few other places that were right nearby that we went to, and one of them was this really cute shop that Wade was very excited to take me to, and it's the Savannah Bee Company. And before our trip, I actually read The Honey Witch, and so I was a little bit in my nerdy hyperfixation for honeybees. When we went there, I was very much excited. And I don't have the item up here because we opened it for Nugget, but we actually got her this cute little hive ball, and I believe a portion of all the sales at the store do go to like helping the bees and different apiaries. So I was very much like, okay, let's go and grab all these different things. And it says it has an erratic bounce and it floats. So we actually have another friends trip coming up with some of Charles's friends, and we're going to be going somewhere that has water next to it and bringing Nugget. So we're going to bring that toy along just in case if it goes in the water, and being able to easily retrieve it. I forgot there was something else I got from downtown Flavortown. I kind of stuffed things into the same bag, so that's why some things have been intermixed. But continuing what I said with the whole magnet thing, I did pick up another one. So this one says, respect our wildlife. The forest is protected by Bigfoot, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And so it has Bigfoot and a bunch of other animals on it. When I was trying to figure out what magnet to get, Charles was like, go with that one. You love animals. You're the druid here. So yeah, I went with this one. I also got this cute little Christmas ornament that has bear and then like little trees and stuff like that in the background. I kind of like the idea of getting different ornaments for us to hang on our tree just with memories of places that we've been. So I thought this one was really cute. And then I also got a couple of stickers so I can continue putting things in my book journal. So this one said Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And then the other one I had to get was Let's Go Girls. Anyone that knows the Man I Feel Like a Woman song from Shania Twain, I mean, I just couldn't pass this one up. So it was a must as soon as I saw it. All right, now we can go through the rest of the things that I got from Savannah Bee Co. And they actually have like these really cute little postcards at the bottom of their bags, and I had to go and take them out because I was like, I love this so much. So it says, thank you for helping save the bees. I mean, it's just so cute. So I'll have to find an area to put this up. And then they also give you this little recipe for 1 bowl honey cupcakes. And I'm definitely gonna have to try that out as well. Apparently they do have a store up in Boulder, which Charles and I at some point will have to check out because we did get to sample some of their meat that they have. But we were like, we've already spent so much money on all these things, we can't justify doing another purchase here, especially if we can get it back in Colorado. So at some point we'll have to go up there too so we can pick up some of the meats because some of them were so good. So I got a few of the stickers. One of them was Save the Bees. And they actually had a different color variation of this on one of their baseball hats, and I really wanted it, but I was like, I don't really wear hats. So when I was able to find it in a sticker, I was very excited about that. And then this one says, show me the honey. I just thought it was really cute. I actually got a little bit of honey. So this one is whipped honey with lemon. I love honey, if you can't tell already. I always add a little bit of honey to my tea, especially in my Earl Grey tea that I have for breakfast. And this has lemon in it, and lemon is also one of my other favorite things. So I had to pick up like a little sample of this. They also do have an online store as well. And so if I like it, I'll either see if I can get some from the online store or when we're able to eventually go to the store in person in Boulder. And then lastly, I got the Savannah Bee Company Royal Jelly Body Butter, and I can't remember how exactly this one smells. This is one of their original scents, but I want to say it was like kind of fruity or raspberry in a way. But yeah, so here's the picture on the cover, and then they have a cute little bee on the side. And if you've read if you read The Honey Witch, there's a part where the main character will carry around a little bit of royal jelly, and it's kind of like a healing solution that she'll use if someone gets hurt or burned or something like that. So when I saw this, not only did I think it smelled amazing, but I was like, ooh, I kind of want to have a little bit of my own royal jelly. So yeah, I got one of the small versions of it. And yeah, so I think that is basically everything haul-wise that I got from Tennessee. Now, when we did come back from our trip, there actually were a few other things that had shown up. One of them was a book that I had pre-ordered before we left, and it actually arrived the same day that we decided to drive for our huge road trip. That was around 20 hours, give or take. We have fun on road trips though, so not a big thing. And then I actually got another affiliate box from Friday Afternoon Tea, so I just figured let's include them here as well because it's always fun. It's always fun unboxing things together. Normally my nails are long enough to go and like use them to open a box, especially from Amazon, because the material's not too hard to use, but since I just cut them, my nails aren't good enough for this. So I had pre-ordered The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and it has these beautiful purple edges. I'm very excited for this one. I actually kept getting this book mixed up with The Honey Witch just because their covers kind of are super similar, especially with the cute little cottages on the front. But I am so excited to go and read this one, and yeah, I had to show y'all because I've been thinking about Nonstop since I knew it got delivered to our house while we were away. Let's go through the affiliate box. So we got a little letter in here. So it says, "It's that time of year, tea hearts. The coffee shops here in Seattle are bragging about their cold brews again, and we refuse to sit out on the fun. Did you know you can cold brew your tea for the same smooth, delicious, lightly sweet results that have people obsessing over their summer coffees? Totally true and totally easy. Cold brewing is dead easy. Simply throw 2 to 3 tablespoons of loose leaf or a few tea bags into a pitcher, teapot, fancy carafe, whatever. Fill with cool water and put it in the fridge overnight. In the morning, strain the liquid off the spent leaves or just remove your tea bags and enjoy your tea. In addition to the ease and tastiness cold brewing adds to your routine, the health benefits are pretty great. This method eases the acidity in both coffee and tea, which is a definite plus for those who struggle with acid reflux indigestion. You'll also get fewer tannins, which can hamper your iron absorption and are the reason tea is sometimes recommended against for anemic folks." Oh my god. That's hilarious because I am anemic. Ooh, okay, that's good to know there. Your goodie box this month includes a box of compostable tea filters and 3 of my favorite blends for cold brew joy. Tropical Green is a pina colada party with fatty, creamy, poolside vibes. Ooh. Key Lime Black is an Arnold Palmer treat with bright, tart, floral flavors. And then Red Ginger Mint is caffeine-free and as refreshingly zingy as it gets. Happy sipping and happy summer. Love Friday. Ooh, okay, I'm excited. So we got the tropical green tea, and then Key Lime Black, which is part of their seasonal selections. Oh, and I guess I should read what they have in it. So tropical green tea has green tea, papaya, pineapple, coconut, grapefruit peel, natural coconut, and lemon flavoring. Ooh, that sounds really refreshing. And then Key Lime Black. This one has black tea, lime peel, rainbow sugar, and natural lemon flavoring. And then we have the Red Ginger Mint. So this one has rooibos, which is red tea, ginger, peppermint, and spearmint. This is very, very minty. I really do like minty types of teas, especially if you have an upset stomach. I just find that it really helps with those types of feelings. And then, yeah, so these are some tea filters. And it's kind of funny because when we went to Savannah Bee Company, there was actually a tea shop right next to it that Wade and I were looking at. And I was very tempted to get some of these because although I do have some like teaspoons and stuff like that that you can put loose tea in, I kind of prefer having the tea bags. And so this kind of worked out well that I didn't purchase some there because I got some in this package. But yeah, that is everything that I got from our haul when we went to Tennessee. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you enjoyed the beginning portion of the video as well, with seeing all the fun things that we got up to. It was a really great trip, and it was so sad having to say goodbye to everyone. They were definitely those types of friendships that just kind of feels like they'll pick up where they left off and you'll still be just as close. And I don't know, it's so amazing to have found some of your closest friends through a place like the internet. Like, who would have ever thought that something like that could have happened? But it did, and it is absolutely amazing to have said that I got to meet them all in person. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there and put away all the stuff because it's all over my floor now at this point. But with that being said, I just want to remind y'all that you are capable and worthy of amazing things. I love you all and can't wait to talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two.